That panicked voice on the phone saying, "Grandma, it's me. I'm in trouble," is the sound every grandparent dreads. You've probably imagined that call, your heart jumping, ready to do anything to help. But what you don't know is that criminals have turned that sound into a devastating weapon. They found a way to use your love as the key to unlock your life savings, and it all starts with that familiar, desperate voice on the other end of the line. The danger isn't the request for money, it's that your own ears can no longer be trusted. This isn't just a person pretending to be your grandchild anymore. This is a sophisticated, high-tech deception we call emotional AI hijacking. It's a new kind of threat designed specifically to bypass your logic and trigger your deepest protective instincts in seconds. But here's my promise to you. By the end of this conversation, you will understand exactly how this trap works, and you will have a simple, foolproof plan to make yourself and your family completely immune to it. You will know how to tell the echo from the real thing every single time. The scam works in two very deliberate stages. The first part is the emotional hook. That panicked voice, the one that sounds exactly like your grandchild, rushes through a story about a car accident, a wrongful arrest, or trouble in another country. The most important part of their script is when they say, "Please don't tell mom and dad, they'll be so angry." This is designed to do one thing, to isolate you. They know that if you talk to anyone else, the scam falls apart. So they create an urgent secret crisis that only you can solve. Once they've set the emotional hook and you're consumed with worry, they move to stage 2, the handoff to a fake authority figure. They'll say, "Here, let me put my lawyer on the phone," or "I'm with an officer now." This new voice is calm, professional, and in control. This person's job is to make the unreasonable demand for thousands of dollars sound like a standard, legitimate procedure. They'll talk about bail bonds, legal fees, or hospital bills, and they will walk you through the exact steps of wiring money or buying gift cards, all while you're still reeling from the initial shock. But here's the secret. The part most people never find out until it's too late. The reason the voice sounds so chillingly real is because it's not a human actor. Criminals are now using Tesmedio AI voice cloning technology. They can take just a few seconds of your actual grandchild's voice from a video posted on Facebook or TikTok, a birthday message, a clip from a school event, and feed it into a program. The AI then generates a perfect replica of that voice, able to say anything the scammer types into a keyboard, complete with the sounds of crying and panic. And here's the thing. This isn't a rare event. It's a full-blown criminal industry, fast, cruel, and incredibly profitable. They're not just targeting a few people. They're running this operation against thousands every single day. Let's talk about Margaret. She's 78, a retired librarian from Dayton, Ohio. Picture her on a Tuesday morning out in her garden, hands in the soil. Her phone rings with an unknown number. She answers, and the first thing she hears is panic. It's the voice of her 22-year-old grandson, Kevin, and it sounds so real, so full of fear, that her heart just drops. She's not thinking about scams or caller ID. She's a grandmother, and she's hearing her grandson in the worst trouble of his life. The voice, Kevin's voice, tells a frantic story. He was in a car accident in Canada, and the police found marijuana in the car that wasn't his. He's been arrested, and he's terrified. "Please, Grandma," the voice begs, "don't tell my parents, they'll kill me." Before Margaret can even process it, a calm, professional-sounding lawyer is on the line. He explains she needs to wire $9,500 immediately for a bond to keep Kevin out of a foreign jail. The urgency, the authority in his voice, and the sound of her grandson's terror made it all feel terrifyingly real. Margaret did what any loving grandmother would do. She drove straight to her bank, withdrew the savings, and wired the money. She spent the rest of the day sick with worry, waiting for a call that Kevin was safe. The call never came. It was only later that evening, when she finally broke the rule and called her son, that she learned the truth. Kevin was safe at his college apartment, completely unaware. Margaret wasn't foolish. She's a sharp, careful woman who was ambushed by a technology she never knew existed. And Margaret's story is becoming terrifyingly common. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, elder fraud schemes cost victims over $3.4 billion in 2023 alone. Think about that number. That isn't just a few isolated incidents. It's a massive industrial-scale operation targeting good people every single day. The reason that number is so high is because these new AI-powered scams are so brutally effective. They've perfected the art of turning your love for your family into a weapon they can use to drain your bank account in a matter of hours. And here's where it gets even more dangerous. The technology is constantly evolving. It used to be that you might notice the impersonator's voice was a little off. But with today's AI voice cloning, the deception is flawless. Scammers can now blend this with other information they find online, like your grandchild's real location from a social media post, to make the story even more convincing. They're creating hybrid scams that are harder to spot than ever before. This isn't the grandparent scam you might have heard about years ago. It's a high-tech assault on your deepest instincts. So if you can't trust your own ears and you can't always trust the caller ID, what can you trust? How do you protect yourself from a weapon that sounds exactly like someone you love? The good news is, the defense is surprisingly simple. It doesn't require any special technology. It just requires that you have a plan before the phone rings. The single most important thing you can do is adopt what we call Duritasir Espiritual, the pause and verify protocol. It's a simple two-part rule that completely short-circuits the entire scam. See, the scammer's greatest weapon is urgency. They need to keep you on the phone, panicked and emotional, so you don't have a single second to think clearly. The pause and verify protocol is designed to do one thing and one thing only: break that urgency. It takes the power right out of their hands and puts it back into yours in a single moment. Here's exactly why it works so well. The scam needs your continuous cooperation under pressure. They need you to stay on their line, listening to their script, following their instructions without a break. When you hang up the phone, you shatter their control. That moment of silence after you end the call is everything. It's not rudeness. It's the sound of you taking your power back. In that silence, you regain the ability to think logically. The scam is built on an unbroken chain of emotion and panic. The pause and verify protocol is how you break that chain. Okay, so here's the 3-step protocol. It's simple, and you can start using it today. 1. The moment you hear that panicked voice, your very first words are, "I need to call you right back on the number I have for you." Then you hang up immediately. Don't argue, don't ask questions, don't explain. Just hang up. 2. You immediately call your grandchild on the phone number you already have for them in your contacts. If they don't answer, call their parents or another trusted family member. Use only numbers you know are real. And here's the third, and maybe most important step for long-term security. Set up a family winery bow. You're not an winner. You're now safe word. It can be a simple word or a question that only your family would know the answer to. Like, what was the name of our first dog? In a real emergency, you can ask for the safe word. A scammer will have no idea what it is. And if you feel awkward just hanging up, you have a specific phrase you can use. Just say, "Let me call you back on your real number to be sure." That's it. It's polite, it's firm, and it stops the scam cold. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds rude. What if it really is my grandchild and they're in trouble? I want you to hear this very clearly. Your safety is more important than your politeness. These criminals are counting on you being polite. They are weaponizing your good manners against you. A real family member in trouble will understand you taking 2 seconds to verify it's really them. A criminal will panic and try to keep you on the line because their entire scam depends on that uninterrupted pressure. Being firm isn't rude, it's smart. But what if you're watching this and you're thinking, "It's too late, I already sent the money"? First, I want you to take a deep breath and let go of any shame or embarrassment you might be feeling. You were targeted by sophisticated professional criminals whose full-time job is to deceive good, caring people. Being tricked by them is not a reflection of your intelligence. In fact, it means you were exactly the kind of loving, trustworthy person these systems are designed to exploit. You did nothing wrong. The blame lies only with the criminals. Now let's focus on what to do next, because you have to act fast. Here are the 3 critical steps to take in the next 24 hours. 1. If you paid with gift cards, call the company that issued the card immediately. Use the number on the back of the card and tell them the gift card was used in a scam. 2. If you used a wire transfer or sent money from your bank account, contact your bank's fraud department right away. They may be able to stop or reverse the transaction if you act quickly. And step 3, report the crime. This is so important, not just for you, but for everyone else. File a report with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at SIEIS3.gov. You should also file a report with the Federal Trade Commission at TOSI, reportfraud.ftc.gov. Dot. Reporting helps law enforcement track these criminal networks and can prevent them from harming another family. It might feel like a difficult step, but it's how you fight back. By taking these actions, you've moved from being a victim to being part of the solution, and you've done everything you possibly could. Now that you have this knowledge, you are protected. But think for a moment, who in your life doesn't know this? Who do you love that would answer the phone and immediately want to help their grandchild, no questions asked? Maybe it's your own parent or a dear neighbor or a friend who talks about their grandkids all the time. Can you picture them getting that call, hearing that perfectly cloned voice, feeling that rush of fear, and reaching for their wallet because they don't know the danger is a machine? You are now in a position to protect them. Please take a moment right now and share this with that person you just thought of. This isn't about helping a channel, it's about an act of love. It's about making sure the people you care about have the shield they need before the attack ever comes. It's about giving them the one tool that can stop this cold, because protecting the people we love is the most important thing we can do.